Hello Aries, Johnny Alchemy here. Thank you again for joining me on my channel. We're going to be doing your mid-January tarot card reading for January 2024. Let's hop right in and pull out some cards. Ooh, major arcanas. Here we go. Okay. And just as a reminder, this is going to be a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Everything here is to empower you to make the choices necessary in your life to create the reality that you want. Okay. Okay, lots of major arcana. Let's jump right in. So let's talk about your long-term to short-term past for some of you. Let's start right here, talking about the very first card of the tarot, the Fool. So for some of you, major arcana, talking about 6 months or longer ago, some of you may have started a new journey of some kind last year, and now maybe certain things as you're moving through it are starting to come to fruition. With the Fool, it's talking about really taking a new journey. As you can see here, the Fool goes on the Fool's journey, going through each of the major arcana in tarot. So they're learning life lessons. They're willing to start something new, take a risk. Also to choose a path that is most authentic and genuine to them, their soul's calling. So for some of you, whoever resonates with that, it's really starting to, to come to fruition, as I said before. And we also got the Sun card. Love to see this because it's really saying, it's something that's very positive in terms of the journey that you wanted to take. Something that, as I said, gives you joy, gives you authenticity. Very much so, as you can see, this naked child on the horse. It's saying, as I said before, it's something that's authentic and genuine and pure to you. Something that calls to your core being, core values, all of that type of stuff. And we also got the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could be a few things. It could be something more of a financial journey for some of you, either trying to stabilize your finances, gain control of your finances. Also, it talks about self-care. I see here we have the Empress, which I'll touch upon later. But it's also saying, like maybe for some of you, you may have a New Year's resolution or something like that where you are trying to find, a better balance in life, work-life balance for some of you. Maybe trying to appreciate and to take care of your abundance, whether it be financially, health-wise, or anything else in your life that does give you that abundance. So this Queen of Pentacles and all these other major arcana that I touched upon is really saying, that you're doing something maybe for yourself to heal, to take care of yourself, putting yourself as a priority for this upcoming year, or the beginning of the year really, and to really bring things back into balance. Excuse me. So now as we go into the present moment, another major arcana, we got the Moon in the reversed. So here it's like we go from the Sun into the Moon, and this comes right underneath that Fool's journey. That Fool card. So really for some of you, if now that you're experiencing maybe some difficulty, that really says, and it's not something bad. It's really just what happens on any meaningful journey that we go on in life or go through. We all come across challenges. We all come across any times where we can feel unsure or uncertain about certain things. The Moon talks about that. Not only is it talking about the darkness, but it also talks about, as I said before, relating to that Queen of Pentacles energy, it talks about that feminine yin energy, the Moon. That's the divine feminine. So for some of you, as I said, if this is a journey on getting in touch with that, bringing about all those aspects, talking about intuition, balance, security, self-care, etc. Talking about dealing with emotions as well, which I will touch upon here. Didn't even see that card. But yeah, the Moon is talking about if there's any challenges especially with that Fool card, as I said, if you're starting to maybe doubt a little bit, is like, was this the right choice? Was this the correct thing to do, etc.? Am I on the right path? Am I doing the things I need to do? I think for some of you, it's just saying like you are doing exactly what you need to do, but that does not mean that it's going to be easy. Everything has to happen in order for you to learn new things. The one thing that I always feel whenever we are healing or we're having a spiritual awakening of some kind is that we don't heal or grow in the light. You know, we thrive in the light, but all the healing and transformation and change comes through the darkness, our challenges, the resistance, you know, those times of uncertainty, because that female energy talks about that chaos, dark energy, which is formless. So in those times of uncertainty and confusion where things seem abstract and formless, it's like you are learning how to make form and sense of that energy to create the situation, person, outcome that you want. As I said before, this could be an emotional journey. We got the what was it, the King of Cups here in reversed. So really, I feel like for some of you, you are learning how to control and how to influence and take your power back over your emotions or anything that you may become emotional about, even something that talking about deep desires that you may have within yourself relating to this journey. You know, this comes right underneath that Sun card. So really, I think also it's just connecting back to your joy, connecting back to the purpose of why you took this journey. What is it that was driving you to make this journey? What is it that you saw in your vision for the future for yourself? What were the things that made you happy with the outcome? I think that's something in terms of long-term stuff, because again, that Sun card being a major arcana, that's going to be your big life lesson, connecting back to your joy, connecting back to your peace, and also learning how to be in touch and control of your emotional mind and sphere. Also, we got another cups right here. We got the Seven of Cups here. So really, I feel like for some of you, if there is a lot of choices, as I said, you know, with that Moon card, there could be, you could have a lot on your plate right now in terms of trying to figure out, for some of you, what is the correct path or what is the correct thing to go for in terms of your emotional fulfillment. You know, with the Seven of Cups here, this is a dream state. This is a fantasy state. So you're allowed to like really dream and see the potential of all these different paths, of all these different types of cups of emotion that can give you certain things. And if you look closely at some of these cups, you know, you have things like wealth, you have beauty, you have attaining certain material possessions. You know, you have literally the unknown. But then you also have things like the dragon and also the snake. These are illusions. These are things that could be very good upfront on paper, you know, at face value. But once you get actually into those paths, you see that maybe it was not what it was meant to be, or not what it showed, what it actually presented itself to be at first. And so that's also a learning lesson as well. So I think for some of you, there's a certain process of elimination. And again, this comes right underneath that Queen of Pentacles. So get back to that understanding of why you made this journey. If it is coming back to balance, if it is making self-care a priority, that is the emotional drive that is the core of your journey. So even though you may be presented, or some of you may be overwhelmed by all the wonderful options out there, understand, get back to your core, get back to what makes you happy. Again, your core values, the things that make you or drive you forward in terms of emotional fulfillment. So let's move forward into the future and also things to consider. As I said before, it's funny, you got the Fool, you got the Moon card reversed, and then you got the Empress reversed. So here, just as I said with that Queen of Pentacles energy, I think here it's really coming to, for some of you, it's coming back to learning a lot of this self-care, self-preservation, abundance as well. And also, as I said, getting in touch with that feminine energy and how to use it in a way that is most beneficial for you. So I think here, as I said, that Fool journey at the top and seeing this Empress energy at the bottom in the reverse is saying to get back in touch with that. Get back to the core root of the reason why you took this journey. That is the big lesson that you're going to learn. Again, another major arcana. So I think for some of you, you're very close to getting an aha moment or an epiphany of some kind where you are going to reconnect with the root and core of what it is, or whatever journey that you wanted to take from months or maybe longer ago. We also have the King of Wands right here. Again, you know, beautiful to see this because it's really saying, you know, this comes in opposition. If you go at it diagonal, you have the Sun, the Moon, and King of Wands. So really it's saying, you know, this is going to be a a certain rising of a new day. You go from sun, maybe sun setting from the long time ago. You go to the moon, where it could be a night, a dark night of the soul, somewhere where you have to go through a time of uncertainty, fear, change, anything like that. And now you're going to be risen to the wand energy. The fire is going to light a fire inside of you, and also that fire will give you light. It will give you vision, as I said before, connecting back to the core root, and that will actually clarify the vision you have for the future. King of Wands is a visionary, as I said. So really, they're able to look and to look toward the future, long-term future, really, and to focus in their energies on that specific goal. So again, I think there's a big theme here about connecting back to the past, to the core issue of what it is you wanted to achieve. And I think here for some of you, it's going to show itself and going to appear mid-January or throughout this month. We also got the Seven of Swords here in reversed. So really, I think this comes right underneath that King of Cups card. So really, it's saying, for some of you, you're going to be releasing a lot of the fear that comes from that moon energy. It's going to say you're going to battle and release a lot of any type of lies that maybe you have, that you may, that or anything that really, in terms of belief systems, that are lies, really. As I said, that moon energy can cause uncertainty and fear, and that darkness. We all of our senses are dampened, and we don't know what is out there. It can cause us to be fearful and slow our progression in a certain sense. So with that Seven of Swords, it's really saying, to get back into believing in yourself, into the big goal. A lot of it is saying, yes, we are always faced with fear and challenges in life, but our belief systems are what's going to push us forward. So I think here it's really getting rid of any type of limiting belief systems, any types of, really, I get any lies or deceitful belief systems saying maybe you aren't able to do this, maybe it wasn't the correct path. I think there's something here where, as I said before, you will be facing those challenges and facing those inner, the mind sphere, where you're able to talk to your inner critic, talk to any type of fear-based types of belief systems, and you're going to learn to make peace with them. You're going to learn how to calm them down and ultimately transform them into something more beneficial. From lies, you turn them into truth, and truth is going to be something positive that's going to move you forward. So let's move on and pull out some more cards in terms of clarification. What about this one? Yeah. Okay, Five of Pentacles. We got the, Knight of Cups, even more cups, a lot of emotion-based stuff here for some of you. And finally, Seven of Swords again on the same row. Okay, Okay, so, first of all, Five of Pentacles. It's really saying, if you are focused on, if anyone is focused on a type of belief system where they feel like they're lacking, that they are in a poverty consciousness or anything like that, as I said, that moon energy, the moon is right in the center of your whole spread. So for anyone who is going through that type of confusion and uncertainty right now, this is really saying, there is these pentacles right above these people. These people are out alone in the cold, left to their own devices. But above them, if they just look up, instead of focusing on all the distractions and all the stuff right now that may be going around them, that is very real, but realize there is a higher truth, a higher knowing. In those pentacles, that is that there's a church, there's a sanctuary. In that stained glass, all those pentacles are there. If they just look up and see, there is sanctuary. There is other things to be grateful for. There is a bigger picture beyond keeping my head just on this one level, this one plane. There is a higher plane, a higher purpose for all of this. So really, I think there's a certain reconnection and also a repivoting of the mind and your focus in terms of trying to regain exactly what it is was the purpose of all of this. And this comes in the same line, as I said, for the past in terms of the Fool and the Sun. We also got the Knight of Cups. So here again, emotional journey. For some of you, this is going to be something where you are using your emotions to really guide you. Get back into your intuition. Get back into what is that deep emotional fulfillment. This is landing right next to that Seven of Cups. So it's really saying the universe is going to present you all these different options. But now it's like this person, this Knight of Cups, has a single cup. that cup is the thing, the one purpose, the one goal in his hands that guides him. That's going to be the cup that he's filling up through his journey, that he's going to be able to share and also to be able to drink from, to get that emotional fulfillment. So again, I think it's really connecting back to removing any type of distractions or choices, and to really get back to that singular emotional drive, that one purpose in order to move you forward. Again, seven of swords, I already said everything about that. To have it come up twice shows a double synchronicity, and really the universe is saying, it's like if there's any doubt, fear, etc., that's something to consider facing and something to consider letting go, and understanding where that comes from. If it's something from the past, especially some type of pain of any kind, any type of trauma, and dealing with that and realizing, the past is the past. The swords can keep us stuck in the ground, if that makes sense. And so it's like it is our responsibility to remove those things that may have hurt us from the past, that keep us stuck and keep us not progressing forward, so that we can move forward and we can use that sword as a means of truth and guidance, and something that we can wield to fend off anything that gets in our way. Let's pull out more cards for clarity. We got some energy cards here. Move these guys over. Power, love that. Devotion, as I said, for some of you, a lot of emotions for some of you. Miracle, as I said. Okay, so power, really this is it. This comes in the same line from that past, the Fool and the Sun, as I said before, but also right next to that Sun energy. So whatever made you joyful, this core value, this pure idea that you had about yourself, that is your power. That is the thing that you are trying to, for some of you, maybe trying to attain, but also it is the thing that is going to keep you focused on the goal, to keep your eyes on the prize. So connecting back to that. And as you go through this journey, you are exercising your power. You're putting your power of choice to the test, which is wonderful. That is the whole point of our existence here as humans. That is our gift, to use our choices to make the best possible outcomes that we can have. So really here, it's like not only connecting back to that powerful feeling, but exercising that power and also learning how to use your power in the most beneficial way. Devotion, as I said here, with all these cups, especially in that present row right here, 7 of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Cups, there's something here where you are devoted to your journey, devoted to this goal, devoted to yourself to make a change of some kind. So this devotion, I think here, that's something that's powerful as well. Understand you made this decision or this new journey for a reason, because you wanted to make a change in your life. You're devoted to transformation, to growth, to healing, whatever it is that goal, that purpose was. Finally, there's miracle. As I said, with that sun going to the moon, and finally to that King of Wands, sun to moon to sun. And what do we have here? A sunrise. It's saying, for some of you, you're going to, if you have been going through that moon phase, that dark night of the soul, there is a new day dawning for you. There will be new intuition, new light coming for you as well. So as I always say, the only constant in life is change. It's a paradox, but it is completely true. So even though we may get lost in some senses, we will be found with new knowledge and new understandings from those times that we are lost. We learn to make sense, as I said before, from things that are abstract and things that may be confusing at the time. Then we learn to make sense of them through our journey and trusting our intuition. 2 more cards for you in terms of some themes and advice from the higher power. Peace, absolutely. And then finally, let's see here. Alignment. Okay, yeah, that makes absolutely. Okay, so first of all, let me talk about alignment. As I said, it's aligning back to your goals. I've already said that a few times in this reading, but really alignment is really the thing. And as I said, that single sword right here, in terms of like that single cup, that single sword of truth, So for some of you, as I said, it's just aligning back to the core value, the core purpose, as I mentioned before. And finally, peace. I think this relates to that miracle card. There's a new sense of peace coming from those times of uncertainty. And there's also, for some of you to focus on that peace. If there's anything where you may feel some type of overwhelm, or as I said, insecurity or fear, it's time to come to peace with the past and come to peace in your current moment. Because understand, as I said, things will change. That is just the nature of life. So as things may not be the best right now for some of you, understand there are better things coming. You know, there will be a new sunrise and a dawning of the old day and a rising of a new one. So this is what I can see for some of you Aries. You know, for anyone who has made big changes starting from last year, and then as you continue on your journey, if you're coming across some type of resistance or some type of conflict or challenges at this moment, understand it's just part of any type of journey that we go through. There's always going to be something there that is put in our way for us to learn how to deal with, to learn how to overcome, and as I said, learn how to come to peace with. Because all these types of challenges, they take many forms, but the wisdom is always the same on how to deal with them. You know, that's the biggest thing in terms of getting intuition, wisdom, knowledge, higher knowing, etc. You know, so that is the thing that will guide you, and that's the thing that will keep you in alignment and keep you moving forward in a focused path, in a focused way toward your goal. So that's all I see for you Aries in terms of mid-January tarot card reading. If this reading did resonate, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave me a comment if you like. I love hearing comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I have more coming, but that's all I have for right now. I want to say thank you again so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Goodbye.